Hello! I've tried to film this video a couple of times already and before today as well, so I'm just going to go straight on into it. Today is Mental Health Awareness Day, and at my university it's Mental Health Awareness Week. And I have felt very strongly about this in the last few weeks, and I've wanted to make this video, but you know what, I've held on until this week to actually bloody make it. And I thought, you know what, there was so much on social media today about people's personal experiences with mental health, their support, that loads of people are doing Stoptober. A few of my friends are doing Stoptober in support of Mind.org, which is fantastic, and I'm really, really pleased that they're doing that. So I thought that I would have my kind of say on it. I posted a photo on Tumblr yesterday and on Twitter, which was the hashtag Don't Panic button, which I painted onto my wrist. That is awareness of anxiety. Now, I myself have experienced really bad bouts of anxiety, and it has become a major problem in terms of being able to do work, being able to socialise and all that sort of thing. And any kind of mental health is really, really stigmatised. No matter how you go about it, it is a massive stigma attached to any kind of mental health, because you can't see it. You can't see what is going on in someone's head. And if a physical illness is visible, people are always more concerned for you. Sort of in my experience, especially with anxiety, is that people just think you're really nervous all the time. Being a performer as well, being someone who does performing arts, it's really difficult to try and explain to someone that you still get stage fright or you still get really nervous about things. I got stage fright a couple of times last year, and I don't even know where the hell that came from at all. I haven't had stage fright properly for about 5 years or so, and that was really kind of like the reason why I am so being quite an advocate for mental health is the fact that I am becoming more aware that there are so many people you wouldn't know who do struggle with some form of mental health issue at one time or another. 1 in 4 people will have depression at any time in their life, and it comes a cropper when you actually. The thing is when you actually decide to open up about it, you become more aware of actually there are a lot of people who are suffering, who are kind of experiencing the same things as you. I emailed a friend from home who wrote a blog about her experiences with anxiety, and I wrote to her and said, I'm really glad that you've written about this and stuff like that. And we've been in contact ever since about that said subject. I've got friends and family at home who are very supportive of me. My family have been fucking amazing, need I point out, over the last few months and the last few weeks, because I've gone from being sort of absolutely horrible bitch, can't even put words together, can't even put a sentence together to be able to speak to someone, to actually, you can barely shut me up, as you can clearly see. My friends, my God, one of the things I was most scared about was talking to my friends and saying to them, look, I don't feel well, I don't feel right. Is that people really struggle to get their heads around, who haven't had any kind of problems before, is that it's not just a doolally, whoa, they've just gone off the rails sort of thing. It is a chemical imbalance in the brain. Some mental health problems are long term and they're genetic and what have you, and they get passed on through family. Others are a chemical imbalance in the brain, which starts from trigger points most of the time. So it's not a imbalance in character, it's an imbalance in chemicals in the brain. And some people are more susceptible to it than others, for various reasons. I have a real good network of friends where I live right now who all ask if I'm okay, they all ask how I'm doing and stuff like that. And, I've got friends who I have had since I started uni who are very much will keep tabs on me, will see if I'm alright and what have you. And, we are very. I would say to anyone who thinks that they're suffering with any kind of mental health problem of any kind of description, I have been on the really, really, really rough side of it. And believe me, I know it's going to sound extremely, extremely cliche, but please, please, please do seek some kind of help, even if it's writing it down. That's mostly what I did. When I started to get help, I sent a text to all my closest friends saying, you know, I'm not well, this is what's happened, I'm okay, I'll see you soon, I'll see you when we come back in September. What people probably don't understand about mental health, particularly anxiety, is that you can be a really extroverted person, you can be quite a talkative person like I clearly am, but you can still get extremely anxious about certain situations. Yeah, just a kind of footnote to everyone, absolutely everyone, all my friends and family, everyone who has been of any kind of support to me in the last few months. I am absolutely so grateful for everything you do, you know, no matter what it is, if it is a text, a hug, if it's just, you know, asking how I am absolutely more than grateful for every single thing that you do in order to make sure that I'm better and make sure that I am happier. Because if you told me a couple of months ago that I would be sat here saying that I am actually far, far better than I have been, and I'm wanting to do stuff and making plans for myself for the future that are even bigger than I can even imagine right now, I would not believe a single word that you're saying. So thank you absolutely to every single person who has supported me in any way, shape or form in the last couple of months, because it has made a real massive difference. I looked at the Mind website today and there are several events, challenges that they are doing, and one of the ones that I'm kind of toying with at the moment is that there is a 10k run in Brighton next year, next April, which goes along the same route as the Brighton Marathon. Now that is one of the ones that I might do. I'm very tempted to do. So let's just keep tabs of that one. That might happen. So I'm going to put a few links in the description box to several videos and several links and things that have helped me in the last few weeks and the last few months. And seriously, anyone who thinks that they believe that they are experiencing any of these things, and anyone who feels like they have a friend who may be experiencing any of those things, please look at these links. Please kind of get your head around it so that we can start to get rid of the stigma of this thing.